Hi, Green Leaf Dragons! Welcome back to Vocal Music with Anna. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good midwinter break. I miss you so much. I had a really nice, restful, and relaxing break, and now I'm excited to have another lesson with you. Let's begin by making our bodies comfortable and getting ready for warm-ups and singing. Just take a moment to ask yourself. You can even say it out loud, or you can just silently ask yourself in your head, what does my body need right now? What do I need to get comfortable? Maybe you're really wiggly and you just need to wiggle and shake and do a little bit of that. Maybe you're a little bit stiff or tense, and you might just need to roll your shoulders, gently shake out the head and neck. Maybe you're just ready for singing, but you want to stretch out the face and the jaw and all those muscles that we use for singing. So find yourself in a comfortable position, sitting or standing, and join me for some big, deep singing breaths, where we expand our chest and stomach as we inhale, and as we exhale, everything gets a little smaller and contracts. So try that with me. We'll first inhale and exhale through just the nose, so you can keep your mouth just nice and relaxed and closed. And inhale. Exhale. One more just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Now we'll do one more deep singing breath together, but this time when we get to the exhale, sigh it out through your mouth. Make a sound, like you're sighing. Make it as loud as you like. Okay, ready? Don't forget your tall posture, tall back, relaxed shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. All right. I'm feeling nice and loose and relaxed. We're going to just do a little bit of humming as a really tiny, quick singing warm-up. And as we hum, we're going to kind of go up high and down low and up high and down low, like a siren or a roller coaster. Keep it nice and quiet though. Check your posture. Sit or stand nice and tall. Take a deep breath. And we'll start higher. I did a lot of that. Those were long notes. I sang a lot before I had to take a breath. All right, that means I was really using my big, deep singing breaths. Hooray! I'm just giving myself a pat on the back. Give yourself a pat on the back, too. Hooray! Congratulate yourself. Excellent work. That's hard. Instead of Mommy Made Me Mash My M&Ms this week, I'd like to just review one of our songs as our singing warm-up, our vocal warm-up. Since we're using it as our warm-up today, just keep the volume nice and low. You might not be ready to sing along with the Black National Anthem yet. Maybe you don't know it super well, but it was on the last lesson. So hopefully you're getting to learn it a little bit. So I'll go ahead and face the piano as we review Lift Every Voice and Sing, the Black National Anthem. Those are the first few notes, so just hear those notes in your head so you know where to start. Good. Now the rhythm in this song, the time, the feel, the rhythmic feel, is a little different than a lot of the songs we've been singing. A lot of the songs we've been singing, we have counted along in groups of 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But this one's a little different. It's in a triple meter, groups of 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. So I'll count to 3 a couple of times before we start. Check your posture. Tall, relaxed. Take big breaths when you can during the song. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Big breath here up high. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Hooray! Yay! Okay, friends, let's talk about jazz. Everybody say jazz! Jazz! Jazz music was a Black invention in the United States in the early 1900s. Really, it became popular like exactly 100 years ago. And of course, we've learned that all types of art, including music, are influenced from all of the things that came before it. So jazz music was influenced by the blues in particular. One thing that happens in jazz music that makes it special is that in a jazz group, a jazz band, a jazz ensemble, the group starts out playing the song. Now, a jazz ensemble or band can have just instruments, or it might also have a vocalist or 2. Anyway, first they play the song, and then they have the solo section. Different instruments in the band take turns taking a solo. So one person plays a tune, plays a melody at a time. But usually, they won't be the only person playing. They'll be playing the melody and the tune, but they'll be playing over some of the rhythm-based instruments like drums, bass, maybe piano, maybe guitar. So the solo is, again, what really makes jazz kind of special. Because guess what? The solos are not written down. The music isn't written down. It's made up on the spot. That's called improvisation. Improv. Making it up as you go along. So the soloist, whatever instrument they play, or the singer, so their instrument might be their voice. In jazz, when it's their turn, they make up a melody as they go along. It has to kind of match the music, though. It has to match the music of what those rhythm instruments are still playing. So they have to listen and play with the group the whole time while they're making something up on the spot. It's so hard. It's so challenging. So what does a vocalist, a singer, do when it's their turn to solo? Well, that, my friends, is called scat singing. Scat singing. It's the same thing as the instruments. They make it up as they go along. Maybe once in a while they'll throw in some made-up words, but most of the time it's just silly nonsense sounds. Silly syllables like ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-doo-dee. Scat, scat, scoodle-doo, flip-flop-floo. Scap-a-da-ba-doo-ba-ba-da. Dee-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba- video and explanation of scat singing.
What is get a task, get woo get down, bed down, baba. My name is Michael Mwenso, and I'm joined by one of my favorite singers in the entire universe, Miss Brianna Thomas, and we're going to show you how to scat. When it's time for the vocalist to solo, then it's time to scat. By that we mean that the singer will use all kinds of different syllables to improvise on a melody, which helps the singer sound like many different kind of instruments.
In the early days of jazz, instrumentalists often tried to imitate the sounds of the human voice by bending, scooping, and sliding notes. Similarly, vocalists borrowed improvisatory techniques from instrumentalists. You might use certain syllables to recreate certain sounds, such as a trumpet player using a plunger mute.
Wah, 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 wah.
Or a trombone sliding into a note. Or get real low down and dirty like the bass.
Dong, dong, ding, 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 dong, ding, dong.
You need to hear what the band is doing and communicate with them throughout your solo in order to play with them rather than you just soloing in front of a band.
The truth is told that the greatest of all was Louis Armstrong. He was able to combine genius and a whole new way of singing, which created a whole singing style and influenced everybody. All kinds of jazz musicians wanted to sound like him. The other ones we have, of course, is the great genius Jon Hendricks and
Ella Fitzgerald.
That's right. We're going to actually do a song that the great First Lady of Song made famous herself, A Tisket and a Tasket.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. A tisket, a tasket, a brown and yellow basket. I sent a letter to my mommy. On the way I dropped it.
I dropped it, I dropped it. I dropped my yellow basket.
If that girlie don't return, I think that I will die. She went chugging on down the avenue with not a single thing to do. She's pecking all around. When she spied it on the ground, she took it.
She took it.
My little yellow basket. And if that girlie don't return, I think that I will die.
What is get a tasket, woo get down, bed down, baba, uba, we da, ha ya de ubida.
Shoo-wee, lo bye bo, dee 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 dee, shoo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-dee, shoo-bo-boo-bo-boo-wee, shoo-wee, bo-bo-doo-doo-wee.
He aga uba ube de uba ho de uba uba ho da ho buda bo. How?
Yes.
Yay! Wow, what a cool video. So you can see how amazingly difficult it is to be a scat singer. But guess what? You can practice even now as a kid and have fun. In fact, scat singing is something that sometimes comes more naturally to kids because it's kind of like playing. It's like playing with your voice. So one of the things I suggest if you are interested in scat singing is starting with a song that you know really well. Pick a really simple song, like so simple, like the tune of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or the ABCs. It's the same tune. Da da dee 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 da 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 do be do do ba ba da ba do be o do ba 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 do ba ba do be o dee 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 do boo be do do be. And you can start playing around with it and making it a little bit different. You can change the syllables around. Anyways, I challenge you to try a little bit of scat singing with that melody. You might have noticed that the folks in the jazz scat singing video we just watched mentioned Ella Fitzgerald. You can say her name with me, Ella Fitzgerald. I'm including 2 recordings on this seesaw activity of Ella Fitzgerald. She was known as the First Lady of Song. She was an incredibly famous jazz singer, known especially for her brilliant scat singing. She started her career in the 1930s and performed all the way up until she died in 1996. She was also known as being a civil rights activist. And as a Black woman in the music industry, she also fought for fair wages. Many women musicians didn't get paid as much as men did, and Ella Fitzgerald wouldn't have it. She demanded fair pay. When she was performing in her younger days, at concerts, the white audience and Black audience members were separated. This is another way of saying separated is segregated. Segregated. Separated based on skin color or race. That was the other thing that she fought for. She would not have it. She would fight for making sure that the concerts where she was performing, there wasn't separate seating for people of color and white people. So she fought hard, was full of joy and brilliance, and definitely Black excellence. Well, enjoy your scat singing. That's it for today. I'll see you next time, and take good care. Happy singing. Bye.